overall, May has pretty much been on the warmer side of things, especially in the last 2 weeks. We've seen a lot of unseasonably warmer days, so this weekend has been quite the cool off. That cold front came through late Friday into Saturday, and since then we've been down into the 70s. Really today, though, a bit warmer, more on that seasonable trend. Highs somewhere in the mid to upper 70s. On average, we're in those upper 70s, so nowhere near record setting. We're pretty much where we should be for the end of month of May. Live look right now in Mount Vernon, still seeing a lot of those blue skies. A couple of clouds hanging around with us. A few that we did see starting to clear, really. 76 for Mount Vernon. That dew point, touched on that earlier. It feels really nice outside. Not a lot of moisture, so it's not very humid as you're walking out the door. So just a great evening to spend outdoors. 77 on the board for a lot of us, like Cape Girardeau, Sikeston, Paducah, Poplar Bluff, Harrisburg, one of the few 80s. So some of us are hitting that threshold, but overall really not something we're going to be seeing. Overnight tonight, another pretty chilly night, actually falling down into those mid 70s. A couple of clouds begin moving in, and they're going to stay with us for our Monday. Today, though, threat tracker is fairly low. It's just a little bit warmer, a couple of those clouds moving in, but really seeing more of those fill in for our Monday. Into Tuesday, that unsettled pattern returns, so the really nice streak unfortunately does have to end, and we're seeing that end on Tuesday. High pressure continuing to shift off to our north there, so kind of letting some of those clouds move in from the south. So seeing a couple of those high level clouds here and there, but overall still tracking fairly blue skies. Temperature wise, we're still in the 70s, winds steady out of the northeast there. By 8 o'clock, if you're going to be out and about, dipping down into the 60s for some. Then overnight tonight into the lower 50s. So getting out early for your Monday morning commute, maybe grab that light jacket. We're into the 60s, but very typical for this time of year. By the time you're into the afternoon, it's a bit warmer. Not really going to need that jacket, with 80s on the board for the afternoon and evening, then dipping back down into the 60s for our Monday night. But clouds staying fairly minimal yet again. As you're out the door tomorrow, I really just think maybe you need those sunglasses, and again, maybe just a light jacket, really just for the first half of the day. So if you're maybe beating the sun out, that's when you're going to need that. Great to have the Storm Track 3 app, although radar, you can keep giving that a break at least for a little bit more time. Isolated chance of rain coming back for Tuesday, lingering into our Wednesday as well, and then right back on that dry trend. So really, we haven't seen a lot of rain this month, which is fairly okay news. We've had a lot of rain this year, and this week really keeping that trend alive. For Monday, partly cloudy skies expected, temperatures slowly warming back up, unseasonably warm yet again on Tuesday, highs back into the 80s. We have that rain chance as the frontal boundary passes through. We're cooling off just a little bit, but really a nice forecast, and fingers crossed we have a nice Memorial Day lined up too.
Thanks, Katie. Looks like we're in for some pretty good weather, so
Very
looking
much.
forward to it. Yep.